Hey guys, welcome back. This week I want to talk about Tree. These guys come from Boston. The first time I got to see these guys was about 1993 or 94 at the Nyabinghi Dance Hall. Back in those days, we used to have record shops. You could always trust the guys and the girls that worked at the shops that you frequented to help you find new stuff. I remember hearing about these guys from Chris, who used to work up there at the time. He's like, hey, there's this band called Tree. He's like, they're coming through. You might want to get in on this. They'd be right up your alley. And he was right. These guys were the perfect mix of punk, metal, hardcore. I took his word on it, and we were listening to U92 one night, and my buddy Danny called in. They played a couple of Tree songs on the radio, and Danny won a copy of their album A Lot to Fear on cassette. And as soon as he got that, we listened to that, and we were like, okay, we're hooked on these guys. And a couple weeks later, they rolled through town. They were coming through. They ended up playing open mic down at the club. They had an off night. They just wanted to play a show, so they came down and played for free. That night, I was playing as well. I was between bands, and I just went down with my guitar and my half stack, and I'd go just play some songs that I'd been working on. And I played before them, and afterward I ended up talking with those guys, and they were pretty impressed by what I was doing, and I was definitely impressed by what they were doing. So that sparked a good friendship with those guys. The next time they came back through, I got to see them on their first proper show. I got to pick up this shirt. And I like this one. This one's cool. Sometimes the best logos are just a simple logo. Tree logo on the front, and then on the back, the classic clover with the planter tree or die. I really like this one. They had hoodies of this one too, and I wanted one, but I only had cash to grab the shirt, so I got the shirt. They had a mail order catalog like a lot of bands did back then, and they had the hoodies in it, and I was going to order one, and I just never got around to it. And then when I finally did, they mailed me one. It's not the one I asked for, but I figured they had sold out at some point, so they was on to another run of another shirt. So River sends me this one, which has got a cool logo on the front. You know, it's like the old style headstone kind of logo. I like that one. I think it's pretty awesome design actually. And then on the back, the Tree Band in Boston logo. And the next shirt that I got, I picked up on their Downsizing the American Dream tour. Again, this one, it's just got a simple Tree logo on the front, different color, but this has artwork from the album Downsizing the American Dream on the back of it. But I like those guys a lot. Like every time they come through, I get to hang out with them and sit at the bar. Dave, aka River, the singer, and I enjoyed those guys a lot. They were a lot of fun, and we had some good laughs together. I kept in touch with Dave a couple times over the years. I think I still have a couple of letters that he sent me. I know when they released their album Radio Bootleg for the Restless Masses, I believe they recorded that on a college radio station up in Boston. But when that album came out, I remember Dave sent me a couple of promo posters for that record, and he might have even sent me that record early before it came out. But I enjoy those guys a lot. They put out about 6 or 7 full-length albums in the time they were together. Then after their last album, 2001, they released No Regrets, No Remorse, and then they just kind of disappeared from there. Never saw much or heard much from them after that. But the internet is a wonderful place, because I went down the rabbit hole the other night looking up Dave, and found a couple of websites for his artwork and stuff like that. And I found out that since Tree has disbanded, Dave went on to form a few other bands. The most current one that I found that he was doing was a band called See This World. They've got some music up on Bandcamp. I think it's seethisworld.bandcamp.com if you can check them out. Still has a very similar vibe and sound to what the Tree albums were, and I'm definitely going to be downloading some of that stuff. And then Uzi and his brother Bill, they played guitar and drums respectively in Tree. I found out that they had started another band called Never Got Caught. I guess they've toured with Clutch and some other stuff over the years. I went down the rabbit hole and checked out some of their stuff, and it's really good. So if you can find them at nevergotcaught.com. Uzi is singing and playing guitar, and his brother Billy is still on the drums. So if you ever check out Tree, if you can find them on the internet, check them out. If you want to see some of the projects they've spawned after Tree was done, go check out See This World and Never Got Caught. So it's always cool to see what they're doing after you find out that they're not around anymore. So if you get the chance, go check them out. Tree, Boston, Massachusetts, great band. Look for Dave's other project, See This World, and look for Uzi and Billy's other band, Never Got Caught. Check them out, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. See you guys later.